world. A world with so many podcasts. One brave, handsome, intelligent, just a real man's man decided to produce yet another podcast. And lucky for you, this is that podcast where we laugh.
It was just like a big ass.
We cry.
Aw, damn!
I'll show you what I got.
We make hypothetical threats of violence.
You fucking pussy. Watch your fucking ass, motherfucker.
And of course, we play Blackjack.
And an ace. Oh my god. So we got 21.
You don't know shit about cutting decks, dude.
I'm just trying to get into your head, you know? Like, what does he think I'm gonna do?
This is 21, the podcast.
Boom, man, we ought to be live. That was the release of the 21 the podcast theatrical trailer. Welcome back. I am Drew. Make sure you subscribe before I go any further. I do want to say this is going to be the first episode that Marcos's mic works. Let's test this real quick.
Oh my gosh. You shouldn't have gave me a mic.
Now he'll never shut
You
the
should
fuck
have
up.
not gave me this mic. Oh my gosh.
And then my special guest today is Miss ZuZu.
What's
How are
up?
you doing?
I'm doing well, man.
Thank you so much for coming by the podcast. So ZuZu says she needs a refresher on Blackjack. So we're going to be doing that during the show. That's no big deal. But ZuZu, the first thing I need to know from you and the viewers need to know is tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So I go by ZuZu. I'm an artist and muralist. Not an Austinite, but I've been here for just over 20 years, so I'm pretty fucking local.
Yeah.
And this is my first video
Podcast. And guess what? This is the 21st episode of 21. It's a fucking celebration.
Oh yeah.
I literally didn't even realize that. What was that?
That was one.
One? That's
That
my
was
camera?
one. That was
All
one.
right, we got to fix that.
Hold on just a second. Sorry.
Time out, everybody.
It's the 21st podcast, though. 21 the
That was one? It
podcast.
took all the way
That
up?
was one. Yeah. That's one.
What?
So that's a celebration of Black Lives Matter. We blacked out camera one.
Yeah, let's go
Well-
really political.
Welcome to the podcast. Sorry.
So I'm just going to take over and lead this podcast since my camera's working.
Is it working now?
Let's see. Nope. You're not there. What happens? Oh man.
Of course that would happen. Yeah, y'all carry this. Y'all got
All right, we are. So, ZuZu, welcome. Your artwork is sick, by the way.
Thank you.
This stuff, the patterns on patterns on patterns. This stuff is like I'm in love with bright colors and sharp edges. Some of my favorite stuff, geometric patterns. What gets you into that? Do you
Man, you kind of fucking suck at this, bro.
Do you freehand that stuff, or do you like plot that out when it's like something that big?
I mean, that piece that you just showed in that really abstract geometric style is definitely not planned. It'd be very difficult to plan something like that, and that's kind of the beauty of that style for me, is just to like jam on a wall, pick a color palette, make some shapes, and like
Chaos.
over.
Chaos. That's one of my the appealing factors of it for me, I think.
Like I said,
Is your layers?
like I said, Marcos
Chaos.
won't
Oh,
shut the fuck
chaos.
up. No, I appreciate that. All right, now we're fucking set. Let me see this camera, Marcos. We're fucking set. Okay, so back to what we were talking about. What were we talking about?
Me.
Yeah, that's right. So you said you're a muralist and artist. See, that's why I let people introduce themselves, because that's I would have said muralist, but still I wanted you to describe yourself, because as an artist, there's different ways you can, you know what I'm saying, like how you want yourself portrayed.
For sure.
Why do you are you a muralist because of the sheer size of the pieces you're doing?
Yeah, I mean, I like to say like visual artist and muralist, because why confine yourself to one thing? I could just say visual artist, but My main jam is aerosol, spray paint, and large scale. So,
Right.
you know, what defines a mural exactly?
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, large scale, a lot of times in public spaces. For me, a lot of spray paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, the reason why I didn't want to just like try to put you in a box like that is because like some of the shit I see, like you have like lighting and you have different like pop out fucking like titles and shit like that. That shit's dope as fuck.
Thanks, man.
Dope as fuck. So is there anything around Austin that more people would have seen?
You know, I get asked this all the time, and I just need to have like a map. I can be like,
Yeah.
here, man.
Right. Because you got shit all around.
I do. It's all over the place, and I can never remember when people ask me. But some of my favorites that are in public spaces, not right now because of COVID.
Yeah.
But I've got one that I love in both of the Kung Fu's on
nice.
West 6 and the one on the Domain. That's the one that has like the big light up sign. That was a collab that was really cool. And Lester Pearl on the east side. A lot of residences, a lot of offices. Those are probably. There's one at Lamar Union, which oddly enough is where I live, so I get to like see my own art every day.
Yeah, exactly. That's dope as fuck.
Yeah, they're all over the place, man.
That's live as fuck.
Yeah.
So, ZuZu, we're going to play your first hand.
Okay.
So, what I need you to do is put up one of those red chips for me.
I'm gonna win all his money.
We're going to see. We're going to see. She asked if I was good at this. I said, I don't really try. And then she was like, well, your luck's in it today, buddy. So, we're going to see. We'll burn that first card, and your first card is a 10. So, you know how this works, right?
Yeah.
Well, how much is that?
10.
Nice. Okay. And your second card is a 5.
Okay.
So, you're looking at 15, and I'm showing a 5 as well. So, it's a hit or stay situation. You can
Right, and then you have to flip that over either way.
Yes.
After?
So you get to go first.
Okay.
And then so as a dealer, this is like the weapon. You know what I mean? You don't know what this is actually going to be. So you would hit or stay until you're done, preferably before or on 21, and you want that to be higher than what this is. So right now, by the book, you would want to assume that this is a 10 as well, and that I would have 15. And I would have to hit. And so you're looking at 15 as well. So there's a better chance that you get a card above a 5 than below a 5.
I'm
By
gonna
the
stay.
book. I'm not telling you so. I'm just
No, it's
saying.
cool.
All right, you can stay.
I know you want to win.
Hey, look, I'm telling it by the book. So, and see, so I got a 10. Now I have to hit. And see, that was a smart stay because I got a queen and I bust. Hit that bust button, Marcos. I want to see this bitch in action.
There it is.
Boom, bust. Awesome. So you take one of these black chips. I am going to take that red chip from you. These are just showing how many games you've won.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It kind of, the actual like score doesn't even matter anymore on the show.
Does it?
No, it really doesn't.
I'm just kidding. I'm so competitive.
Yeah, because I just lost. I'm like, you know, it doesn't really matter.
I'm on a roll.
So,
Oh, shit.
no, you're good. So, so how did you get started in your artisanal journey?
In the 9th grade, I met a kid who was a graffiti writer, and we became really good friends, and I just like almost immediately became obsessed with graffiti, street art, lettering, and I just like follow him around and like take photos and got into street art and photographing art. And then years later, I picked up a can and like went under a bridge and tried it myself and just like fell in love. And I was totally terrible when I started. I mean, it was pretty bad when I started, but
So was this in like a public, like somewhere you're not supposed to be spray painting?
I mean, the first time, yeah. And then I'd paint like in people's backyards and like,
Yeah.
I mean, when I first started painting, I'd paint anywhere anybody would let me paint.
Yeah.
Or where they wouldn't let me paint, you know, just to get like my hands on the paint. But, which is a little different now. But yeah, it was under like a common like graph bridge in town.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah.
Just real. Well, so do you think that starting off that was like a big like draw to it, like doing something like that you know like you're not really supposed to do?
I think that definitely has, I mean, there's an excitement factor to
Right.
that. And I don't do a lot of illegal work anymore by any means. And I was never super hard in the paint on that, to be honest. But I definitely, excuse me, like went through a phase of that. But I mean, doing anything you're not supposed to do is exciting.
Yeah,
You know, there's
exactly.
like a thrill to that I get down on.
Yeah.
You know, and also just putting something in a public place where anybody can see it is exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, for sure. It's just like you put your stamp on that fucking shit. Yeah, that's dope as fuck. The crazy things to me from like graffiti artists that still do street work is like when they're getting up on these bridges and shit. Like I never used to know how they did it until I saw a video of like, and I'm just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
These fools are really out there.
Doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're like putting their life on the line
Yeah.
some of the time. Yeah. And with graph, it's like how many times you can get up and how like dangerous it was to get there and how many people can see that. There's all these factors that go into it. I'm not acrobatic enough to be hanging off a
Straight
2-inch
up.
ledge, holding
Straight
on,
up.
trying to paint. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Which is why a lot of times, you know, newer people to the game, like their pieces aren't like these masterpieces. They're like hanging off a fucking bridge,
Yeah.
trying to learn how to
Yeah,
paint.
it's more,
you know?
and play it's more like, bitch, I got up here, you didn't get up here.
Yeah, totally. And there's respect for that for
Yeah.
sure. I'm just, you know, I've been doing it for a long time now. It's like what I do for a living.
Yeah.
I'm really about making positive artwork that people enjoy. And so, you know.
Yeah. So how was that that progression from growing from, you know, your first piece to now this is what you do?
It's a long journey, man.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it was just, you know, doing what I loved and like not giving up and just, I mean, the hustle is fucking real, you know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I would paint anything for anybody. I would pay for the paint when I started. I was pretty much like paying to paint pieces for other people. I started making some canvas work and selling some work in like coffee shops and bars and just like small stuff. And once that kind of got going, and I went to college, I got a degree, realized I didn't want to do that. So I was like, and we'll do this
Yeah.
other plan. I just rode the wave, man. And, you know, I think being in Austin for a long time has been helpful. You know, I worked downtown for a long time. I went to school here. I've worked with a lot of different art collectives. And so my, like, network is really vast. So I get a lot of referrals, which is awesome. And just, like, getting up and, like, staying on it, man. You know, like anything else. Like, you put in the time and you practice and you put your heart into it. And eventually it's going to pay off.
Right.
You know?
And it's like every day you get to do something that you love
Yes.
for fucking like
For
work.
money.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
And, you know, for so many things. But yes,
But to be able to pay your bills with something you love doing is
for
fucking
real.
dope
Yeah.
as shit.
For real. I mean, there was years where I was struggling to pay my bills,
Right.
you know, and working multiple jobs and trying to paint on the side, and that was cool too. You know, that was like part of my path. But
Everybody appreciates the struggle once they're out of that shit.
Yes.
Like you needed to go through that
For
type of
sure.
shit to really appreciate what you're doing now.
yeah.
How has it been with COVID and everything?
A real fucking bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think it hit everyone really hard, honestly. You know,
Yeah.
I'm no different than anyone else, but, you know, I had quite a few jobs. I was really killing it before COVID, and then, you know, we had South by coming up. That's my biggest time of the year.
Right.
I had a lot of stuff planned out, and pretty much when COVID hit and we got put in that shelter in place, I either got ghosted, canceled, postponed across the board. There was not a
Fuck.
single project that was like, yeah, we'll still bring you in.
Yeah.
And so that like blackout was pretty rough for a couple months. Luckily now it's like starting to pick back up, and I'm super grateful that
Yeah.
you know, projects are starting to roll back in, but shit's not normal.
It's still kind of like just like it's reduced because
For
like a lot of places still aren't opening and shit
For
like
sure.
that.
And now, like, you know, every business, like, no matter what scale of business, you know, small, like mom and pop up to corporate, like, everyone got hit.
Mhm.
So the budget for me to come paint a wall is not on the top of the priority list
Yeah.
anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
people gotta pay their employees and shit.
Good news for you is you're already used to the mask.
True. I hate the mask, but I am used
Yeah.
to it. Yeah.
You hate it like in a public setting or like
I definitely hate wearing those masks.
Yeah.
Walking around everywhere. It's just very constrictive. I don't like not being able to smile and, like,
Yeah.
you know, like,
read people's faces.
for sure. It's
Yeah.
just very impersonal and, like, kind of creepy, but also necessary. I'm about it. And the respirator I do wear now, years of not wearing a respirator, I think, kind of fucked up my sense of smell a little
Really?
bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Just huffing
some
paint
brain
for
cells
fucking
probably.
days.
I mean, I'd be like inside, like
Yeah,
small
right.
quarters and wear no mask, and now I'm a bit more of an adult, so
Oh yeah, we got a picture of you with the respirator on there.
Yeah, I'm being a good girl. Yeah.
Those things have to be tough to breathe out. But I would assume with something like that, like I said, I just spray painted that recently, and there was shit everywhere. Like
Oh yeah, that overspray and that mist.
and I was doing it in the backyard, so I could just imagine like
Yeah.
inside a closed area.
Yeah, I wear one now, and it's difficult here when it's 100 fucking degrees outside.
Yeah, 100%.
And I'm of course in all black.
Yeah.
And have like a plastic thing on my face, but it's necessary. I'm about it.
I agree to some extent. To some extent, and we'll leave it there.
Okay.
We're gonna go to your second hand of blackjack.
Okay.
So go ahead and put that red chip up for me. There we go. And your first card is a 2.
And then if I want to be like real legit, do I just tap my finger?
That's how you do it. That's how you hit it.
Okay.
And you got a queen, so you're looking at 12, and I'm showing a 2 as well. See, I don't know. You may have stacked the deck this time.
I'm gonna go again.
This is pretty interesting. And she did a hit, so she got a 4. So now you're looking at 16. Now this is tough either way.
I'll stay.
Stay? That's a smart stay. And I got 10. And then I got 21.
Damn.
So I'll take that.
This and this?
No. You
Okay.
keep that one. You won that one fair and square.
Okay.
This just lets me know how many hands that we actually played. Because I'd be getting drunk on the show. You never know where the fuck this is going to go.
Okay. Is that how you control yourself?
Yeah.
By how many games we play?
This is my talking juice.
Okay.
That's all I need.
Okay, cool.
So, South by Southwest. Now, when that came, we're not going to go into that as far as like it shutting down and everything. But one thing I was like, that's dope as fuck. It was either last year or the year before that you designed the Bud Light cans.
Yeah.
That's fucking dope as shit. Like, how did that come about?
That was a super fun project. I was doing some work out in California, and I got an email that was like, "Hey, I want to refer you for this project. Are you interested in doing, a partnership with Bud Light for South by Southwest?"
It's like,
I said,
what?
Fuck yeah, I do. Fuck yeah, I want to. So they linked me up. Somebody sent me an email and they were like, "Hey, we're interested in, having some of your artwork on a can. If you're interested, let us know." And I was like in the middle of the mountains, like no service. I'm like standing on top of an RV to like take,
Right.
like a conference call. And long story short, they were interested in myself and 2 other local artists, and we had to pitch a proposal of if we could design a Bud Light can for South by Southwest for the Austin market, what that would look like. It was a friendship campaign all about Austin, a collaboration, so I got to choose a partner to work with.
Yeah.
Which I chose Heath Mouth from Spray TX.
Oh, dope. Yeah.
Who's super amazing. And so we just, I just wrote like a 2-page, almost like an essay on like why Austin was dope, why we were dope, like
That's
what
live.
we would do. And she called me and she was like, "You got it,"
And that was just off of you saying what you wanted.
Right.
To.
I mean,
Yeah.
she said we could present it in any way. So we could have done designs, we could have done sketches. I didn't have time at the moment
Yeah.
for all that, so I just I love writing, so I just word vomited all over a page. And she called me and she was like, "You got it." And I was like,
That's fucking dope.
Hey, yeah. And it was so fun. We actually did it 2 years. We did
Yeah.
it, and then we were gonna do it a 3rd year, and then I think they weren't a sponsor, and South by got canceled. and
Right.
things.
Yeah,
But,
because those cans, like those cans were around for a while too. I mean, I know that's how Bud Light does their shit, but
Yeah.
like that shit was like just to see go into every store,
Yeah.
every fucking corner
Yeah.
store, and your art is in there. Like
It
that
was,
had to be a feeling.
It was rad. I had never really designed something that you saw in like POS and like in people's hands, and
Yeah.
all my bar friends were hitting me up. Like, it was a mad cool project. We like got to put our names like on the can. They let us like fuck with like the logos.
Yeah.
Which was super fun.
That's how I knew it was you because I looked at it. I'm like, holy shit,
Yeah.
I know her.
Yeah.
Like that's dope.
Yeah.
So what like. And then another cool thing I did want to say about that can too is like y'all kind of like with your collaborator, like y'all were just able to like kind of split the cans.
Are you talking about the first year, like the colorful aluminum?
Yeah. It was
bottle
like
one?
turquoise and like orange
And pink.
Yeah.
So we That was like a full collaboration. We didn't even split it. Like that was us just like jamming together, put it all together.
Oh damn, that's live as fuck. So
Yeah.
like y'all shit really did merge because like
Yeah.
there was like you could see the differences, but it was like all like that's crazy as shit.
Yeah, it was super fun. That was a big project for both of us. I mean, that was a big fucking win.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Very cool, very fun.
Has anything
Like come from that.
materialized from that?
I mean, I'm sure indirectly. I think every project an artist does helps you along the line in some way. Somebody's gonna see that artwork and it's gonna inspire them. They're gonna reach out to you. They're gonna tell their friend, whatever. So no one's ever like hit me up and been like, "You did that Bud Light can. I want to hire you to do
Right? Yeah,
this
yeah,
job."
yeah.
But you know, we got a lot of positive attention and feedback, and you know, that can was fucking out there. There was
for real.
guitars and pedicabs and billboards and all kinds of
Everything.
shit. I mean,
it was on everything.
It was
That's
dope.
live.
Yeah, I'm ready to do another one.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
So with the South by Southwest theme still going, I saw a few posts a while back on your Instagram where you were a big Burning Man woman. So,
Oh, yeah.
So I don't really understand what Burning Man is. Is it a music festival?
Oh, let's get into it.
Let's talk about
Okay.
it.
I love
I want to
Burning
learn
Man.
about it.
Okay, so Burning Man cannot be described. I have to start with that disclaimer. You have
What
to
do they
experience
describe it as?
It is. I'm not even sure like how to define it. It's not a festival. It's
Yeah.
not an event. It is. It turns the desert turns into an actual city. Like legally, that is a city for those 14 days, and it's 60,000 people
Mhm.
in the middle of the desert, with artwork and art cars and lighting like you've never seen before. I mean, it's like Vegas meets Disneyland meets the desert meets any music festival you've ever been to. And the most beautiful thing about it, other than the amazing art, is that the mentality of people, no matter like who you are, you hit that fucking dust and you are like the nicest person.
Yeah.
Like, there's like a mentality of like taking care of other people, leave no trace behind, like compassion, and it's just like a vibe that when you're in it, you're like, damn, the world could be like this because we just made a fucking city in the desert and there's 60,000 people living on a, you know, and it's not even a barter system. There's no payment. So like
Yeah.
you walk up to a camp
Oh,
and
really?
they have a bar and everything is free, isn't even the right word. It's just like a gift giving, like everything is available. Like you don't have food, you go get food. You want a drink, you go get a drink. You want to go to a sex dome, you go to a sex dome. You want to go see Skrillex, he's right there. Like
What the fuck?
It's so dope. It's
and
so
and
dope.
how much do tickets to this thing cost?
So tickets are like $400.
Okay.
You buy like a car pass. It's
Mhm.
like $100, and then you have to bring all your food and water that you'll need. And then, ideally, you link up with a camp, which is what I've done in the last like 3 years, which is for sure the way to fucking go. And for sure, bring an RV. It is hot as fuck out there.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah, dude, so fucking hot. The elements are insane. But if you link up with a camp, then you pay like camp dues and you're part of a community, and that camp has an offering. Every camp, every person has like some type of offering, and it just makes it a lot easier to get tickets. It's
Offering like what?
like, so my camp is OK Corral. It's the best. And we build a saloon bar that is like a full wood building
okay.
structure,
Yeah.
swinging like saloon doors. You come in, we make you drinks, and that's like our offering is that bar. And we do family dinners every night. So like, you know, 10 people of the whole camp do dinner one night. So you have like a home cooked meal in the middle of the desert, which is crazy. The first year I went, we ate like Hot Pockets and like didn't have air conditioning in an RV, no shower. I definitely showered with gray water by accident one time. Like it was just rough the first year I went. I had no idea what to expect. I
Hold
almost
on. What's
died.
gray water? I just need clarification.
Got you. Good question.
Yeah, I didn't want to ask.
What? No.
I didn't, because I was like, what is this shit?
I
water?
asked the questions others won't.
So it's not shit water, but it's like the dishwater. So you have like your clean water in an RV, like your dishwater, and then like your shit water.
Okay.
So it was just dishwater.
Yeah.
But still fucking
Non-potable.
gross. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
But
so
not
happy I
wastewater.
just said that on this podcast.
Hey,
The word is out.
shit happens at Burning Man.
Yeah, shit does happen. But obviously, I'm a huge fan, and you have to go to experience. If you, and really, there's people like There's grandparents sitting outside of a tent, people watching. There's people having spiritual, enlightening experiences. There's people on a lot of drugs. There's people that think they're at Coachella. There's just everything for everyone.
Yeah.
It's amazing. You know, there's like double-decker buses with more LEDs than I've ever seen that you can hear from across the fucking desert.
And it's just all flat out there?
Yeah, you are in a desert. There's a mountain range in the background.
Oh, so it's like a valley of all this shit?
No, it's flat. It's super flat, but you can like see mountains in the distance.
Right.
So it's just flat desert, and it's not sand. It's a very high alkaline, almost dust. So there's like dust storms. If you don't like rinse it off your feet, it'll like eat your feet eventually.
Really?
Yeah, socks are a real thing out there. You know, that was gonna be my gift one year. Was just socks for people. 'Cause
So do you feel like you're gonna continue to go to Burning Man?
yeah, I'm devastated that it's not happening. I mean, truly, I would be, at this point, I'd probably be leaving in a week. I'd be gone for probably 2 months, and that would be the highlight of my year.
That's fucking live as shit,
Yeah.
man. That's fucking sucks.
I mean, have you ever, like, looked up photos?
I've seen a lot of photos. I haven't, like, looked it up. Because, like, me personally, there's absolutely no way I would ever do it.
Really?
Yeah, just because, I mean, unless I had my own personal RV, I don't really like mingling with too many people. Mm-hmm. Like, it just kind of, especially if it's a crowd. Now, it does kind of seem from the pictures that it didn't seem crowded because it's an open space. But still just a lot of people I'm not too interested in. But it seems like an interesting thing, like that people do.
That was a lot of interestings.
It's an interesting type of show. But no, I couldn't see myself doing it.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah. Because y'all are camping out there, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And most people that don't have the luxury of being in an RV are in tents.
Tents, there's like some cool like igloo dome structures. I mean, people get creative with how to get AC in there. You can throw some dry ice in a cooler, you know, and make it work. Ideally, in my experience, the RV with a little bit of air conditioning and like a quick body shower is pretty revolutionary when you're in the middle of the desert and it's
Right,
you
just
like,
dusty as shit.
sweating and partying all day and all night. You like need a mattress, you know.
That's what I'm saying. So I would have to be like, my RV would have to be like a luxury hotel. I'm not saying I'm bougie.
There are many.
But
really,
yeah.
because you sound bougie.
I don't know. I'm just saying that I
bougie.
do need to pamper myself just a little bit. Like, especially being hot. Like, I can't even go outside right now and be comfortable.
Really?
I hate it.
It's warm in here.
It is warm in here. Thank you. Thank you for finally somebody saying it. So
Nobody
this is,
said that. I'm sweating. I don't know if you see me like wiping my.
so this is in my garage, and
It's
I have
warm.
to turn off the fucking AC during the show because it's so loud. But it gets hot as shit in here. So this is actually mild right now.
Oh.
This is a mild temperature.
I wasn't gonna be like, we're in a garage, people.
Yeah, well, Marcos already let go of that fucking secret last week,
It's
showing
okay.
everything.
It's a dope
But,
garage.
yeah, no, yeah, it's a cool garage, but there should be some sort of AC.
Well, you're not sweating. I'm sweating.
I'm drinking a lot of cool beverages here.
I mean, so am I. That fuck the deal is.
So, let's play our next hand, ZuZu. Put up one red chip for me. There we go. And your first card is a king.
I'd like an ace.
Got a jack.
I'll take
jack
a jack.
is nice. I'm showing a 9.
I'm gonna stay.
I'm showing a king, so you win another one.
Woot, woot, woot.
So it is 2-1, ZuZu. It's gonna come down to the fucking wire. So, what are you doing nowadays? Like, I mean, the shit is still going on. Like, what are you doing for fun? Not just about work.
I mean, lately, with the shelter in place, I love to work. I love what I do. I love to be busy. I'm a very productive person. That's what kind of fuels me. And so when we got shut down, that just did not work for me.
Yeah.
And so I bought a lot of plants.
Yeah.
And
As did I.
As did everyone. If I had a yard, I would have planted a garden. I already had a lot of plants, but my playing game went hard. But no, for real, I spent a lot of time just like driving outside of town and going to cool places outside and hitting water and just like being in nature because
Yeah.
that was what was healing for me. little bit of painting, and like I said, a couple projects were like trickling in, but a lot of just like introspective chilling.
Yeah.
I recently bought a 1988 camper van.
Right.
I don't know if you saw that.
I did see it.
She's so dope.
So what? You said you had this idea for a while.
Yeah.
So what's the whole idea behind this van?
I mean, the dream
That's
behind
something you could take to Burning Man, right?
it is. I
Yeah.
wouldn't take it because once you take a vehicle to Burning Man,
It's
it's
fucked.
like a burning mobile. Like that dust
It's gonna fuck it up.
lives in there. Yeah. So that was undecided. I wasn't gonna take it because my homies I go with have like a pretty dope RV, and I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
I'm not in the family, so
Exactly.
like I just get to go in that.
Right.
But the big dream of the van is to finish rebuilding the inside, make it like a tiny house on the inside, and then do a mural tour and hit the road. And like I've got this whole trip planned out, and be in nature and then paint murals, meet people, live in my van, do my thing for a while.
That's fucking dope as shit.
Yeah.
To be able to travel and then like still like work along the way, like work through your trip basically.
Yeah, I mean that's not really how I travel a lot typically. I mean, like before this happened, I probably leave almost once a month,
Yeah.
even if it's just for a couple of days. I gotta
Just
go
get away.
adventure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this COVID's been challenging in that regard, but usually I'll like save up money, I'll go travel, I'll do whatever the fuck I want. I'm not usually working or painting, I'm just living.
Right.
But I've hit a point where I think it's smart to merge those things and
Yeah, seriously.
travel and make money
Yeah.
at the same time.
Right.
Spread my art.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's the
Yeah,
plan.
around the whole fucking nation. Like
Yeah.
that's dope as shit.
Yeah.
One thing you said in there, and I just lost my whole entire train of thought. Hold on, I almost got it.
Freedom.
So freedom.
That's all I was
That's
thinking.
what I was about to say. So we basically been going, because I've been going stir crazy too. Like we were traveling a lot, and it's like just having to be here fucking sucks. Like I want to be on a fucking beach somewhere,
Yep.
or somewhere where I could be in some water. What was your last trip?
I actually just went on a trip. Not that I'm condoning traveling.
Mhm.
I've been very, not like hardcore quarantine, but I've been very responsible. I'm like very about not spreading this fucking vicious fucking situation. But I had a girlfriend that was moving to Sedona.
Mhm. Everybody's going to Sedona right now.
Well, there's a reason why.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I interrupted.
No. There's a reason why they're going to Sedona. It's
Yeah.
magical. It's a beautiful place. Have you ever been?
No, a couple of my buddies have gone recently.
It's dope.
Yeah.
It's a very spiritual, very chill, kind of like Colorado vibes.
Yeah.
But
it's
got
beautiful.
its own thing.
I've seen like a lot of pictures. It looks like some Yosemite Sam type shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I hear there's like a lot of like kind of like a spiritual like a not even a vibe but like a feeling, like it actually like
The vortex.
washing. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's multiple vortexes, which are said to be like energetic force fields in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Where
Ley
you can go
lines.
and like,
The ley lines, energy grid.
I don't know about that. Tell me more.
Well, I don't know enough about the names and all this. I have a couple of books though about the energy grid and the parts on the Earth where the lines of energy converge. Basically, like measurable magnetic
Yeah.
fields in a direct line from the north to the south in crazy converging patterns. And when at the parts that a lot of them meet up, crazy stuff happens. The
Yeah.
Bermuda Triangle is like one of the
So it's
perfect
probably
examples.
Like that type of shit is in Sedona.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's
So like
What he said.
yeah, facts. That's why I knew I should have never gave Marcos a microphone. I was
the energy grid, bro. You don't understand the energy grid.
That was great feedback. I appreciate that. But yeah, so it's a magical place. I had a girlfriend that was moving there, and she had a plan to get there, which fell through last minute. I was dying to get out of town.
Yeah.
And so I offered to take her. So we rented like a cargo van, which would be like the newer version of my van. It's
Yeah.
like a new.
What is yours? It's like an '80s model, right?
Like an '88.
Nice.
She's
yeah.
old. She's
Yeah.
1 year younger than me. And, but yeah.
You were born in '89?
Wait, did I say that wrong? I was born in '87.
'87.
Wait,
Okay.
so she's 1 year
Older, younger.
Younger.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
1
had
year
it.
younger. Yeah.
Math.
My bad.
It's cool.
Y'all are all babies.
As an artist, I just left that that skill set behind.
Just alone.
Just not gonna do that. Yeah, so I got to drive like a cargo van with all her stuff in it, and she drove in a separate car, so I had a lot of alone time, which was great for me just to like drive and think. We made some super fun stops. We stayed in like a 1980s hippie commune, like a actual hippie commune in a yurt.
Yeah. Well, damn.
It was fucking dope. I got to paint out there. I'm pretty sure I painted like an old burner car. I mean, that's what
Yeah.
it looked like. The wheels were off. It was like a dome. I'm like, this has lived a life.
Yeah.
But yeah, we stayed in some really dope places. We had a great time. We had girl time. Got her there safely. Hung out in Sedona for a day. Did like a couple of hikes, and then I like hit the road and then traveled all the way back on my own.
What's that drive?
16 hours.
Okay.
So not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad, but
we
it's
did
a
it in
drive.
3 days there, and then I did it in 2 days back.
Straight
so
up.
the second day I drove like,
Just crazy.
I'm pretty sure it was like 10 hours.
Yeah.
And most of that was Texas, which is not the most fun drive.
Yeah, Texas long drives fucking suck.
Dude.
Like you get on one highway and you're just there.
I mean, we were
forever.
pretty much on the same highway
Yeah.
almost the whole trip. And then when I was coming home, I was like, there's nowhere I want to stay. I'm not excited. I'm ready to be home. I'm fucking driving. And when you're on those Texas roads in the middle of nowhere, and I'm in this huge van that I do not own,
Right.
and it started to get dark, and I was just like, the deers and bunnies.
Yeah,
I was
straight
like, they're
up.
coming out. I was like, so like, by the time I got home, I was just out.
That's the only time I really freak out though is like on those like real long drives about deer. Like, and there's so many deer in Austin, but I don't think about it ever at night. But when you're on those long fucking roads, like I'm always prepared for one to just. You see so many movies where they're just like kicking through the windshield and shit. It's like.
Well, you see them all over the side of the road.
Right,
You
right.
know they're
They're there.
You see them out there. You're like, oh, look, there's Bambi.
Yeah, and then that
fucking
bitch just freaks
gassing
out
it.
and just goes. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, no way.
Have you ever seen basketball?
No.
Oh my gosh, Marcos, you seen basketball?
I seen basketball.
You
I
know
can't
whenever,
quote
you
it.
know
though.
whenever the roadkill scene comes up, or that he's watching this video. It's called like Roadkill Live, and it's just like a windshield. It's like a windshield cam, and there's just fucking deer flying.
No.
Oh my gosh.
That's the funniest scene out of basketball. Sorry
That's
about
South
that.
Park.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah,
South Park
shit.
dudes.
For real. All right, ZuZu, let's play your next hand. So that's the chip from last time, right?
Oh,
Yeah, let me see
I don't
that.
know. I'm not.
Let me see
I'm
that.
not.
See, that's what I'm saying. If I was,
This
if I
is
was
your
Ray Tucker, I
circus.
wouldn't. Oh shit!
Let's go.
We got an ace. So you're looking.
Wait.
Hold on one sec. 2 aces. So on this show, you cannot split. No.
I don't know about a split because
So
I'm
they
new
could
to the
either
game.
be, it could either be 2 or 12. So they're both equal to 1 or 11.
Oh, I choose one of the.
Yeah.
That's,
But if they were both 11, it'd be 22, and then
Anyway,
yeah.
so-
I mean, you could pick 22 if you want.
no, I don't.
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
winning. So I can be 2 or 12. Is what
Right,
you're saying.
right.
Okay, got it. So I would like another card.
There we go. And next card is a 4, so you either have 6 or 16.
I'm gonna go again.
There we go. Now you got a king, so you got a hard 16.
How about a hard 16? Wait, what? Oh, I see. Because these
Yeah.
are 2.
Right.
I'll go again.
Really?
Yeah.
Alright. Oh shit, and you got a 3.
Okay, I'm
So you're looking
staying.
at 19.
I'm staying.
And I'm showing an 8. And I have 18. Now, the thing is, in a casino, I would have to stay here. However, this is my house, so I get to take one
Oh
more.
my
And I
God.
still bust. I got a
Okay,
5.
okay.
So you got another one. Damn, ZuZu. Look at you.
Has anyone ever won?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is the 21st episode of 21. There has been some winners. Not many, to be honest. Not many. I've been doing pretty well.
Can't
on
wait
here.
to be one of those.
Well, I guess technically you already are. You got 3 wins already. So that's how that goes. Still got
Wait,
one
that-
more hand though.
Okay,
Then we'll go fucking double or nothing. Fuck it. We're
Fine.
putting all the money up.
fine.
So, one thing I try to do is usually after the show, I sit with the guests a little while and we let the thing run, and people could see us, but they can't hear us. And we start having actually a little bit better conversation because it's like the cameras aren't on and everything like that. But during that time, there's stuff that we talk about that we don't get to talk about on the show. We're like, fuck, we should have talked about that. So what's one of the things that you think we should definitely talk about before we go?
Whoa.
Take your time.
Okay.
I'll give you some theme music.
Thanks, man. It was like the Jeopardy soundtrack that you were giving me. We've talked about the van. We've talked about Burning Man. We've talked about traveling. We've talked about artwork. I'm trying to keep it light.
Fuck it, let's go fucking deep. Let's go dark. Deep and dark.
Deep and dark.
Actually, so you were talking about we were talking about some witchery before the show started.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what's that all about?
I like to play on like the idea of it being witchery. It is definitely witchery. I think I freak people out when I talk about that. But
all I said before the show is don't bring that shit in my house. Like I don't need none of those demons over here. But we can talk about the witchery.
No demons.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no dark magic up in this being. It's all good. But, I'm definitely like a plant witch. I love herbs. I love herbalism. I love meditation, yoga, all these things that like
this isn't witchery.
This is
yoga, like hippie yogi type stuff. That
okay, fine.
What's the witchery part of it?
I'm also, those things are like, there's like, all of those have overlap, but I'm also down with like cauldrons and spells and like.
You be doing spells?
To me it's more of like, my spells are never negative. So there's like black witchery, white witchery. I think of myself as like a plant witch. But I definitely like.
What's a plant witch?
I just started studying herbalism. I've loved plants for a long time. I love nature. I love connecting, like, literally with Mother Nature. And, like, I believe we're all one. We could go, like, way down this rabbit hole.
Drew studies herbal remedies, too.
Yeah. He gets it in that that one plant.
That's all I need is one. And my palm. I like my palm. My palm tree's dope.
That's a beautiful palm.
Thank you.
Yeah, those
I
are hard
just
to
got
keep
that.
alive.
Man, the other one I had fucking died. R.I.P. He was on my last show. He used to sit right here. This is a fake plant because it's hot as fuck out here. But I used to in my old set have a shorter palm, and yeah, he finally kicked the bucket, man.
Those are hard to keep alive.
Yeah.
They're sassy.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're cool. No, I don't like. Like, I love, like, full moon rituals, new moon rituals.
Like what? Explain what a full moon ritual is.
Like, a full moon is about the ending of a cycle. You're, like, ending a cycle, you're moving into a new cycle. So it's about conclusions, it's about, like, releasing. So, like, I like to take that day, read some tarot cards, which my favorite is the Animal Spirit deck. Should have brought them. That would have been fun. We can do that another time.
Yeah.
But, read some tarot cards, like, do some meditation, put out some intentions, write some stuff down. Like, I'm not, like... But by the second moon of the fourth wind, I say that he shall never find love. Like, that's not the kind of shit I'm into. I think it's hilarious. I think it's fun to think about.
Right.
But just like nature-y, witchy stuff.
That seems very ominous. Yeah. Did you ever watch Hocus Pocus as a kid?
Fuck yeah.
Is that your favorite movie?
No, but I love that movie.
It was a good movie.
And
Sarah
Practical
Jessica
Magic?
Parker. I never watched Practical Magic. What was that?
That's with Sandra Bullock and
the
beautiful redhead.
I've seen parts of it. I never watched the movie, but I've seen it.
What
Pretty
about
witchy.
The Witches?
The Witches.
The Witches?
The Witches.
What about The Craft?
Oh, that's a good one too.
It is a good one.
The only
That's like witch.
The only witch and wizardry I really know of is like Harry Potter. I haven't watched much else. I'm not a big sci-fi guy either. Like it's.
Yeah, I'm not a big
But then
sci-fi
again,
guy
it's
either.
not okay. I mean, to some people, it's not sci-fi. That may have been a rude thing to say.
I'm not offended.
So.
It's natural.
But so it's more about manifestation, and being one with the universe and everything like that.
For me, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's reasonable and rational. Do you feel like there's something irrational about it?
I absolutely don't think there's
Right.
anything irrational about anything that I. Maybe
Yeah,
the
no,
way
I
I
get
said
that.
something.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I
But
think
can you
it's-
see, like, it's, at least for like witchery, like actually calling it like witchery, like people would be like, "What
Well,
the fuck is this?"
Right, but why?
That's what I'm saying, because we don't know. That's why I'm asking questions about it. I'm interested,
Okay.
but it just like the first thing you think about, like I said before the show, I think about like brujeria and shit, like the Mexican fucking.
Colita de rana.
Yeah, bringing up all that fucking bad shit. Like when
I'm
I think
not
of
that
witches,
familiar
that's
with,
what I think.
with that.
So it's like you know how they in Mexican culture they have like they what is the saint of death or the
Santa
whatever.
Muerte.
Yeah, and it's like there's just like a bunch of like crazy shit you can like conjure up with that shit. Like people really be like preying on
Flaca, that's the other.
Yeah.
La flaca.
like preying on death type shit, and that's what I think about when I think of witchery. You know what I mean? I don't think of
Like preying on negative things to happen
Right.
to somebody.
yeah.
I think
That's
that-
how I see. That's,
I mean, I think that that's definitely a form of witchcraft. I mean,
Yeah.
that's like a dark witchcraft. You could call that a lot of things other than witchcraft. You know, that's just some negative shit. But there's definitely, you know, the good and bad of everything, the light and the dark of everything. I just find myself on the much lighter side of that.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
great to hear.
Yeah.
All right, put up that last red chip for
Yeah.
me, ZuZu. And your first card is a Jack.
Sweet.
Your second card is a 7, so you're looking at 17. I'm showing a 9.
Well, shit.
You picked it up quick. You didn't. You only needed one game to refresh. You picked it up.
I've played before. It's just been
Yeah.
a long time.
Right.
I'm going.
Stan?
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, because that was kind of weak. Like you were like,
My logical brain is trying to think of the odds, and then my intuition's like, just do it, bitch.
Well, the odds aren't great. However, you're
Well,
already kind
right,
of down
'cause
if you look
could
at it like
very
that.
likely have a 10. in
Right.
here.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna go for it.
You got a 5, so you bust.
Damn it!
22. Let's see what we
So
have.
close.
At a 9. So we would have tied.
Okay.
Or no, I would still would have beat you. You had
Okay.
17. So I had 18. So ZuZu, I really appreciate you coming on the show. It's been dope as fuck.
This is fun.
So where can people go to find you, your work, everything like that?
So you can find me, probably the easiest way is Instagram
Mhm.
at ZuZuB. I believe it's on a screen.
Yep, it is on that fucking screen.
Yeah.
Dope as fuck.
ZuZuB on Instagram. All my other links are in there, but ihavepinkair.com is my website. If you're interested in van life and like rebuilding the van, if you're interested in like the witchery plant life side of me, that's on Witch and Wheels on Instagram.
Witch and Wheels.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Now I get it now. It all
Yes,
comes
it's
full
the most
circle.
Bitchin' Witch and Wheels. So yeah, that's my main shit, and I'd love anybody to reach out. You know, let's connect. Let's like keep expanding these conversations and.
Yeah, it's dope as fuck. I'd love to
Yeah.
have you back. Like I already feel like this has been a fucking dope ass conversation. Marcos is so.
There's that. Look, it's a Ouija board.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh,
that
no.
that
Yes.
was one thing I wanted to bring up about that is because I saw the Ouija board.
Yes.
You love the Ouija board is dope as fuck though.
Thank
like
you.
you did a whole fucking piece
Yeah,
like
the planchette.
yeah
Yes.
of the planchette.
I learned that word when I made that. By the way, I
Okay.
didn't know that
It's a
before.
planchette, ladies
But
and
yeah,
gentlemen.
Greenlight Social did a Halloween
Oh,
they,
okay.
they go big on their parties.
Yeah.
So they did a big Halloween party, and they hired me to do all their like decor and an art piece, and I was like, let's do like a massive Ouija board
Yeah, that looked dope
that
as
like has their
shit.
Black Moon party, and then we were like, fuck it, let's make like the actual like planchette that you would do around so you could hold it. So yeah, it was fun. I wish
So
I had
people
better
were moving
photos of
around
that.
with that shit and everything.
It was like
too?
a photo op, so you
Yeah.
could like hold it and like put
Right.
your head through it and like hang out with it. I'm not sure how witchy people at Green like it,
Yeah.
but it was it was a super
Yeah, that's
fun
dope as
project.
shit.
Yeah,
See,
I love that piece.
So next artist I have, and next time I have ZuZu on, we're gonna have a way to have like a slideshow of art, and we're just gonna be able to fucking show it, like, cause that's the only thing we're missing, except for the fact that I do think that it's time to wrap up. So I want to say thank you again to Miss ZuZu. I really appreciate you coming through. This is live as fuck. Marcos for switching the fucking show at Dirt City Studios.
Whoop, whoop.
He had his microphone today. You can say stuff now.
I know.
bro.
I forget. I've been so restricted. I haven't been. I'm not used to having free speech over here.
Yeah.
Drew's
Yeah, we
kind of
opened
an
that up, bro.
authoritarian.
And I am Drew. Make sure you subscribe before you go. This has been the 21st episode of 21 the Podcast.
Hell yeah.
And we'll see you fucking next week. Marcos directed me to say, what the fuck, what was your exact word?
I was gonna say, what are you guys still doing here, man? The show's over. Go home.
We're just fucking
you
chilling,
doing?
man.
Everybody go home.
I like these
Show's
people
over.
that are still hanging around. I appreciate the watch hours. But yeah, fuck y'all.